Hello and welcome to Broken Sword again.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Neko. How are you?
Je suis capable de parler de français, mais je sais tu es pas capable de parler français, donc je vais pas parler de français.
Okay, man. Don't scare our viewers. So, tonight we have the new Broken Sword, the old one in new clothes, 4K clothes.
Exactly.
It's looking amazing. I was looking a bit before the stream to test things out, and of course, I don't expect many changes in terms of story. I think it's nothing changed, but there.
No. Somehow I remember there were like a couple of changes or additions. And maybe it's a wrong memory, but we will see.
We will see, of course. We played the first five Broken Swords, if we include the fun one, because with that we have 6 until now. So we still have to play Broken Sword 5, of course, later this year maybe. But today is the release date for this reforged version of the first Broken Sword. And even if we played it, like I said earlier this year, the original, I think it's pretty interesting to see how it looks and how it plays. It has now support for controller, and I will play with a controller just to test things out. Of course, the best way to play a point and click it's with a mouse, of course, but let's see how it will look and feel for the console players. If it's something that I don't enjoy, I will switch to the mouse. There's no problem.
Now, secretly, guys, the Reforged edition isn't behind the screen here. It's actually the music just playing in the background, and it's a Game Boy Advance emulator playing the Game Boy Advance version. Fucking hell. Why you ruin the joke like this?
Okay, this is the new menu. Let's see what we have. We have some options. We have achievements. I think we already had on the remaster version.
I'm gonna quickly Google that.
And we have some options regarding the original subtitles and the new reforged subtitles. I tried a bit. I played with the settings, and I think for the stream the best is to use the new font, the reforged font, and a large one.
There were no achievements in the original.
In the remaster, I mean. No?
Well, in the remastered original, if this is still making sense.
Okay. We have too many versions of this game.
Yeah. Give me one moment. My cat is scratching at my curtains.
And now Neko will disappear. We don't have yet a physical release for the game, but pretty soon I will have the collector's edition for the Switch. I ordered also the deluxe edition for Switch and PlayStation 5 because I like to collect. But we received the key early in the morning. And interesting enough, if you pre-order the game on Switch and opted for a Switch key, because the Switch version is not ready yet, you will receive a Steam, a GOG key to play until the Switch version is released, and then you'll receive the Switch key, and then of course you'll receive the physical collector's edition. This is for the ones that pre-order the game in the collector's edition form, which comes with a statue. It's released by Red Art Games and will be published probably in January. I think we'll have the physical versions for this game.
Now, may I tell the secret, Clement?
I don't know. You have so many secrets. I don't know which one you want to tell.
The secret that you actually plan to sabotage the Switch version for such things like this?
How? How I plan to sabotage the Switch version?
Take a joke.
So I didn't opted for the Switch key. So when you order the collector's edition, you can then choose any other key, even for PlayStation or PC. So I opted for Steam. That's why I don't have the GOG key now.
I find it interesting why the Switch version is delayed. We don't know, actually, I think.
They announce it on their Discord. This is where I got this information.
Yeah,
anyway.
I saw the ping earlier today too, but I haven't read it.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have so many options. I've seen something regarding the gameplay, but probably when we are inside the game, we have access to that. It's something related to the new content. You said that there is something new. I knew about some changes in some scenes, but more related to the graphics, because otherwise I think we have the same voices. No?
Yeah, I am quickly looking it up in the meantime if I have like a list of what's new. So the issue is I'm not really finding anything concrete.
We'll see. Sorry if you are hearing my daughter. It's crying at the moment. Anyway, we have
she is going to bed.
Yeah, we have the story version and the classic now. This is something new. I don't know if we should try the story just to see the changes, but I think there are a lot of things cut basically to make things easier. Given the fact that we already played the classic version, maybe it will be interesting to try the story. What do you say? To see how it presents for newer players.
Okay. Exactly, and I think it basically kind of forces you to use the right object on something and not like do the whole point and click bit, like try everything on fucking everything.
Okay, I will let you for a moment until my daughter will stop crying. So I will mute my microphone and start the game.
Yeah. So, story. If you want to see us doing it in a classic way, Clement always makes a playlist of all the games we stream, so take a look at the playlist. Now we see AI trying to cut me out and fight with my chair in the background, so I'm so sorry for that. I'm trying to sit as still as humanely possible, but yeah. I could take another chair, but I easily have problems with RSI injuries, so repetitive strain injuries, and I don't have any lower comfortable chairs. So
Paris in
please
the
shout
fall,
at me and
the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Man, seeing this in full widescreen, it's so cool. You are muted.
Without any fan patches.
I don't know what fan patches there were for widescreen, to be honest.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
Man, it's something else, but it's the same.
Yeah. The voice acting quality sounds the same.
Yeah, it was to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now. I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
There are some games that actually have an ending by just doing things like that. I can't remember from the top of my head, but I know there are several. Like the just ignore the game ending.
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page. The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly.
I like how it looks, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
Now,
really nice.
seeing you play with a controller reminds me of the time I finished Broken Sword 3 on the PlayStation 2.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy. A mysteriously undamaged bottle of spirit stood on the bar.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Yes, I am. I studied under Dr. Benton.
Who is he?
Only one of the most brilliant medical minds on this planet. He taught me everything I know about medicine. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a teat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Yes, he is.
Oh, mon Dieu. I've never seen a real-life corpse before. Except for Grandmaman. That was different. She was family. Has he gone stiff?
I shouldn't think so. He's only been dead a few minutes. Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that all about Tuni played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either. Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
How did the old man behave?
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that look about him, like a guilty husband.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
Now, may I let my critical hobbyist game journalism speak?
Please. Do.
Is it me or is the sound mixing in terms of the background music and the voices off? I would lower the music volume by a bit, since it kinda overpowered the voice acting in some scenes. Yeah, we need to see a scene with background music to fully confirm.
The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes. The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly. The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly.
Oh, something good they changed is, and you really need to listen when it happens, is when you hover over something, you hear that little blip sound effect.
Yeah, exactly. But
That's
I'm not.
a good indication for the player. Like, hey, you can interact with something.
Yeah, but playing with a controller, I don't know. I always play the game with mouse, and it's pretty hard to find hidden items. But
It's hinting as a
yeah, we have
motherfucker.
hinting because we start the story version, just so we see these new things that they added. We are not playing the classic version.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
To be honest, I was expecting they do more with the sound.
Mm-hmm.
The table had been overturned by the explosion.
Especially is
Wrapped around the lamppost was a newspaper.
before I continue that sound thing.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Oh.
Okay, let's see this.
First of all, hey Cyrus, welcome to chat, my man.
You made it, man. Welcome.
So happy to see you both. I will be keeping this in the background. Try to relax.
You could.
Je suis very relaxed.
I recommend you to stream it in one of your meetings.
Now, when I was, about the audio, reforged features, enhanced audio, immerse your ears in the enhanced audio as
It was
Revolution
a Paris daily
delivers the
tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
the finest and most stunning version of George and Nico's original adventure to date, including the incredible soundtrack from the world-acclaimed Barrington P. Long.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different.
I take advance.
Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
I doubt if she is in a fit state for questioning, monsieur. It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity, Moo.
Leave her to me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
I do not doubt that for one moment. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
I'm sorry, Inspector, I didn't.
It never ceases to amaze me how unobservant the public can be. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She says the killer was disguised as a clown.
A circus clown? Did you see him, monsieur?
I told you, I didn't see a thing.
So, be warned that I, Augustin Rousseau, never rest until I reach the truth. You are my winkle, monsieur. And I'm not afraid to use the pin. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
Okay. I have a few things. First of all, when they were saying I want to look at the bright side of life, for some reason, the sketch from Monty Python of Jesus on the cross came to mind with the song Look at the Bright Side of Life. Watch it and then return to the scene. Anyhow, for those who don't know, I'm Belgian, so when Belgian is referenced,
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Russell? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Russell? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
What? That guy is weird.
Yeah. I didn't tell Rosso about the clown.
Why not? Did you think he wouldn't believe you?
It didn't seem appropriate somehow, but the waitress told him anyhow.
How did Russell react?
I'm not sure whether he was surprised or not. He's strange, kind of Inscrutable.
Maybe he can't take the pressure that goes with a job.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. See you again, I hope.
Adieu, monsieur.
We'll continue right away, but Neko, I need your help a bit because my daughter doesn't go to sleep without me, so I need to go. 3 minutes. Yes.
You need me to entertain
Yes,
the people.
yes. I let you with Neko.
I will entertain the people by saying certain things. Things like... Things. No, seriously. Give me a minute. Earlier, things like Tintin were referenced in this game. I own various things like, please don't cut out, like this. Like, this is Tintin in Tibet, but it's the original, well, actually, Tintin is written by a Walloon, if memory serves me correctly. But this is the Dutch celebration version. And it's actually printed in quite a big page. Ah, damn it. The thing is fully cutting it out. But at the end, it also has like pictures how the original comic book looked like, and it also has a making of and how Hergé, the actual writer of the comic, went and took pictures of various things as reference material while he was drawing. Now, if I dig in my CD cabinet, I also once went to a musical about Tintin. And maybe I think my music discs are right here. Where is it? Here it is. I still have the music disc. It's the one about the Sun Temple. And to be honest, the original music for that musical is just amazing. And now it has been since where's the copyright date again? I think it was like 2007. And I was about 12, 13 years old. Was I? I'm very bad at maths, especially if I'm doing it live. So let me quickly. I was 14. Yeah. So a funny story about this is when I went to see the musical, I was not exactly in. I was somewhere between the front section and the middle section of the theater, and near the end of the whole musical, the microphones just cut out. They didn't go to the speakers. So, like, I think 5 scenes they had to redo because like half of the theater was unable to hear the play, and that was an interesting story. And as somebody who also acted on stage myself, that must have been confusing as all fuck to play the scenes, have all the props going, have all the music play, and then need to retake certain scenes and re-sing the whole thing. As somebody who did amateur acting, it's confusing as all fuck if you go off script, especially if you are not rehearsing and you redo the whole bit. And yes, it was also a bit confusing to watch. It's like, oh, are we seeing like a flashback? Oh no, they are redoing it with working microphones now. So, what's also even interesting is, and what you usually don't see a lot with CDs you buy at a musical, is how it actually has a little tech booklet where they have like pictures of the actors, the actual lyrics of the musical and such. So yeah, that was quite fun. Oh, somebody is back. I think I found a good subject and a good story that even Clement hasn't heard me talk about.
Ooh. Sorry about this.
No problem.
It's pretty complicated now after we stopped the breastfeeding. I mean, my wife. And he's sleeping later and later. He's getting to sleep later and later.
Yeah. Because Tintin was mentioned, I showed this off.
Fun fact. I just received, maybe I will show it to you a bit later, the collector's edition of the new Tintin game, which is made by the guys that did the... what was called? The...
Yeah. Oh, Discord throws something, so you need to refocus it.
It is
No, it was my camera dying for a moment. There it is back.
So it's Pendulo Studios. They made a lot of adventure games, so I have big hopes. I have some hopes regarding that game. But
I have been playing it and it's fine.
The collector's edition was on sale, so I got it even if I said that I will don't continue buying this. I cannot stop myself. Okay, let's...
I also talked about the musical of Tintin I watched in 2007. You want to hear the quick version of the story?
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
I want to get back to the game. We can talk later.
Because the quick story is...
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence. The table had been overturned by the explosion.
30 minutes before...
Hey,
the last 30 minutes.
What is it?
Yes?
The microphone cut out when I watched the performance, and they redid the last 30 minutes twice.
I don't understand. Who?
During the play, the microphone's cut out.
Ah.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Ooh.
You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Man, they did something with the sound, but it's still really bad. I was expecting more in this area, to be honest. I mean, with all the AI tools that they said they used. But yeah.
I remember us having like a whole discussion that AI is to a point where it's good. And me saying no.
Maybe they didn't use AI for
Excuse me, Sergeant.
audio.
You heard the
For
inspector.
graphics, for sure.
Go on, monsieur.
Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Why is the music so loud over the voices?
I think they're
See you later,
is
Sergeant.
the effects, not the music. What you
Yeah.
hear. So we can
Then
lower that too, if you want.
So Marvis says, "Here you go again, playing my favorite game series." So I say, next week we start the Game Boy Advance version. This is a joke, by the way.
Actually, Neko said that he's no use to play it again, but I love this game, so having it in 4K, I want to see it again, and I think many of the fans also wanted to see it.
Now, the reason I didn't want to play it is I feel besides a visual upgrade, there isn't too much substantially new to this game.
Look, here it is. They fixed the pipe. You know, in the original, the pipe here it stops here, and it was illogical because presumably this is the pipe which allowed the clown to escape. But it didn't go up to the roof, so now they fixed this. It's one of the things that
No. The clown was Spider-Man.
yeah.
Now it's illogical.
No, it was Spider-Man in the original. Now it's just a normal guy who
Yeah.
climbed the pipe.
The drain pipe looked as if it would bear my weight.
I don't know if
I
we
took a
have
deep breath
the
and prepared to
comparison
climb the
between
drain
the
pipe.
original and
I guess the clown had an escape over
The
the
version.
rooftops.
Not close.
The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars. It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer.
Another interesting thing is they dropped the prologue from the remastered.
Well, this that's because this is the Reforged edition isn't based on the director's cut. The director's cut
I
added
tried to lift
those
the cover
Nico
with my
scenes.
fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Which I'm very conflicted about, since the scenes with
There was nothing of
Nico add a
interest.
lot to the story, in my opinion.
We could say that they are not canonical now.
It
Sadly
was a
enough,
plastic
yes.
crate.
Okay.
Marvis didn't even notice yet the prologue was missing. I'm gonna
The
get
muscular
myself something
workman
to
wore a
snack on.
morose
Give me one
expression,
moment.
like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job. Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
It was looking like you are trying to climb the tree earlier.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Tja! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Man, the voices are worse than in the
Do
original.
me a
They
favor, won't you?
compressed them. I
Keep
don't know
an
why
eye
they
on my
did.
hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
I mean, they try to level them up, and
They misused AI, that bitch.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Now, it was also just funny how he was talking about dolphins, and I have like the gummy dolphin candy.
man, can you get a bit from there to see the shortcuts? One moment. I will move you. I think it's better to move you a bit. Ooh, like this. You can go back now. Neko, go back. Yeah, it's better now. Huh? Almost. Okay.
Now I can point to, you need to do something in the inventory, examine something, or interact with something, and you
The toolbox didn't
slowly see
contain
my
anything
hand
else I needed.
disappear.
Okay.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short crosspiece at the other.
Man, imagine how this game looks on Switch OLED. No.
Yeah.
Or on Steam Deck OLED.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Or on an OLED.
I've seen some AI artifacts there from the upscale. on the
saw them
previous,
too.
yeah.
It was a shiny red plastic ball sat incongruously on the slippery green-slimed floor. As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Alvaro Gonzalez. Hello.
Hello, Alvaro. Welcome back.
It was a soggy, crumpled paper tissue. I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Look, now the scrap of material is much visible than in the original.
They are
It was a
challenging
small
you
scrap of cloth caught on the rusting spike.
to move me, and they are saying, move me to the top right.
Yeah, but you are cut. It's a bit strange, like this.
But I'm a ghost, I'm spooky.
Okay.
And why didn't we pick up the scrap of material?
We did? We
Hi
didn't?
there. Hold it right there.
We didn't.
You sure rat. I knew you'd come back.
I had the
And
impression
now
that I got
I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Terrorists. The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Ah, Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day they opened that tunnel was a bad day for France, I tell you. If I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Do you know the
No, that
waitress
could
at
have
the
been taken out
cafe?
of context.
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Now, Marvus, this is something you have an option in this Reforged edition where you can choose between both, I think.
No, you can choose between the original and the new one, the Reforged. You cannot
okay.
choose the remastered version.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type. Just like you.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Perhaps
you
you'd
have.
like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you, and I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 6, 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui! Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
This is what I
me?
used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
And
Was the
again,
guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Did I show you my tool?
Oui, monsieur. Just like mine, except that it is much smaller.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Did I show you this tissue?
We miss you.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out.
And out we go.
I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
I must say the controls are not bad with a controller. Actually.
It most likely needs to some getting used to.
They did a good job. So the console versions will be pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bonjour, Kula.
look,
Oh,
the
hi.
graphics.
It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
I found the clown's escape route. I think.
You think?
He ran into a blind alley and took to the sewers.
Very apt, but then what?
I don't know. Maybe I could come see you.
I really am very busy.
Oh, okay. I'll keep searching.
Good. Be sure to let me know if you find anything.
You can count on it. See you.
Man, Nico is looking strange, no?
Yes and no. The facial animation wasn't doing enough to portray the feeling of the character. And that's what gave it a little uncanny valley moment.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso. Like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy. May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
I
You're a
found
lot
this
of blue.
tissue.
What the hell is that?
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah, and that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
This English comedy is
Old.
blessed.
Don't you want this tissue?
No, I do not.
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
Don't you want to look at this nose?
Not particularly, monsieur.
Look
Have
at
you
my
any
nose.
idea what this
my
tool
nose
is
is
used for?
amazing.
Oui, monsieur. It is a dipstick.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, officer.
I would say in the past, many more games took the writing into consideration. Nowadays, everything needs to be more straight to the point, harder to engage in conversations with other characters. Well, I want to comment quickly on that. Is the way how like I'm 31. Clement is 10 years older than me, give or take.
15.
And we grew up in an age where this kind of dialogue was normal, much more normal, expected, since our stories were much more person to person. And nowadays, it's like, if you look at the more popular games like Call of Duty and Fortnite, it's way more action-based, which doesn't allow for really deep-going dialogues. And more for like the hey, holy man doom guy stuff, like nothing. So it's, besides not being more in-depth characters, it's just a culture change a bit too.
When Broken Sword was released, we already had both Doom originals and also Quake. I think it was released in the same year. So
yeah, but back then, those kind of games with more silent but main characters, since I can't speak today, were in the minority, and games with more deep and rich stories were in the majority.
yeah, it
Now
was
it's
the
the other way
golden age,
around.
the golden age for point and click games, adventure games, story rich games. That's clear.
And you know why it changed? I will tell you why. Money. In these kind of games, you can barely add any DLC.
You can
In
look
other
at look at the remaster version. So basically, you can add.
Yeah, but I mean, it would mean a whole new storyline. DLC in some games is just like costumes and shit.
Sergeant Moo?
Please go away, monsieur.
I have a confession to make, Sergeant. I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Why did you not tell this to Inspector Rousseau?
I didn't want to sound foolish.
And you did not want to come involved, no? Do not worry. It is of no consequence. I will inform Monsieur l'Inspecteur when he has finished with the girl. Did you follow him?
I lost him. I figure he went underground.
Do you know how many kilometers of sewers there are beneath this great city?
It's not a question I've lost sleep over.
I have no doubt that Inspector Rousseau will organize a proper search.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
No, that's Clement in this lighting. Only he needs the devil ears.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course. Inspector Rousseau is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah. There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he'd changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
What do you suppose
Maybe you should.
this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
If you say so, monsieur.
Did I show you my tool, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
See you later, Sergeant.
Something about a running joke. Is this game 18 plus?
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right. The blast had blown out the glass, leaving a gaping hole.
Now, did we need to pick up the clothes scrap? I think we kinda did. That's the thing that
Yeah.
stops us from talking to, well, going on a date. For real? We are playing this cutscene again?
It's not a cutscene, basically. You go down. Yeah.
Well, no, it's a transition screen, and for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, is a transition screen is take for example the more modern Tomb Raider games where Lara squeezes through a narrow
I took
door.
hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
You are right, man. I had the impression that I got it first.
And what I was about to say is, but I will say it after.
The door was locked.
So, those transition moments is basically a technical thing where one area unloads and another area loads in while a video plays.
I don't think it's the case here because it loads instantly. What?
We don't know.
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Ah, rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Welcome, Blue. I don't know, ask the guys from Revolution. I hope they'll do the second one also, like this. Man, I love it. I mean, what's your impression in chat about how the game looks and how it presents this reforged version?
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
I don't think so. I will try, but I don't
have it
remember
here?
to have this
No, monsieur.
option.
One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
Now,
What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todlik, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding.
show
That's
off.
his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Honestly, you should pay your bills.
This is the material from the jacket you found, right?
Yes, monsieur, without a doubt.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Matt, just read this comment.
Yeah, exactly. But the graphics are really good, in my opinion.
For me, currently my only complaint is the default audio mixing is a bit off. Like, we heard it already a few times in cutscenes that either the effects or the how you say it? The effects or the music overpowers a bit. Oh God. No, no, no. Turn it back. Go back. Go back. No, 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 no. Go back. Go back.
Okay, so we have a toggle.
Yeah, but go back to the. That's a lot better. To be honest, it looked like Game Boy Advance quality with this kind of stretching. I'm very sorry, but I'm very critical then.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
trying to dodge the subtitles.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
About the original graphics, and now you can't see it, and now you can. Yeah, I agree with it. The stretching of the original graphics aren't doing the widescreen. The widescreen aren't doing the original graphics any favors.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet.
Nico, it's
I met
changed.
a witness
I
who
told
spoke
you.
to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Now, I'm gonna be critical here, but yeah, the facial animations in the phone cutscenes could have been better.
The woman was doing something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting. She was a cheery old soul, the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid. Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Now, do you remember how this woman sounded in the fan game? You really need to listen back to it. It's scarily similar how the fan remake portrayed her.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
That was a
Are
weird
the flowers
accent.
for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. You're a young lady. She deserves better.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
And francs is cheap when you calculate it in euros now.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Sorry, Neko, but I need to take a break again. My daughter is awake again. I told you that a period I will have this problem.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no
I'll be back.
problem. He will be back. No, it's so far I haven't seen anything really new if you compare, apart from the upscaled and touched upon graphics. But if you would ask me if I would buy this game or this version, my answer is no. but it's a double-edged sword, since I know Revolution needs money and does this actually to fund most likely Broken Sword 6 in a way. But I think there is only, besides the enhanced graphics, controller support, and Steam achievements or achievement, what else does this version give you from what we already can play? To me, it sounds like a port to modern consoles and upscaling. Is this a bad thing? Debatable. Since I know there are a lot of people watching currently, and there is a lot of interest in this, and it's not cheaply made. You see, there is a lot of care put into it if you watch the graphics and how they published everything. But I heard Clements say a few things like, I see they touched upon this, like make the clothes scrap more visible. But then I see already people like you in chat, and I find it myself too, and Clement said it too. The bullet point of enhanced audio, somebody needs to explain to me what it means besides a marketing bullet point. Since so far I feel the audio isn't really enhanced. Maybe I should listen to the original and then to this one. But you quite clearly sometimes still hear the compression on the voice acting. And you clearly also hear that different mics sometimes were used, or different settings for the mics. They don't always perfectly flow together. Now, I might be very, what's the word again? Very critical and opinionated here. But if we look in the overall section, on the overall package, this game is still great. But it still has some points for a remake where something more could have been done.
Man, I don't know. I love it. I'm on the other side with this. I mean, they did a great job. Look how it was and how it is now.
You didn't hear my complete argument, so
yeah, sorry.
I was actually making a case like that overall they did an amazing job, but I feel like it misses something more to make it stand out more than just a remake.
Okay, let's wait and see what our impression will be later.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
You know, the first Gabriel Knight, it's a game from '92. It is a great game, one of my favorites also. It had a remake, I think 10 years ago or something like that. It's not that good. I mean, I like more what they did with Broken Sword than what they did with that remake. I don't know if you checked it. It's a pretty well-known game for the ones that love point and clicks.
Do you recognize this nose?
Non, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing?
Did I show you this tool?
Yes, my dear.
What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I don't know the reason for not including the prologue from the remaster. But I remember a lot of people consider it not very good. So,
despite the director's cut, Reforged is going back to its roots and is based in the original version instead. Broken Sword creator Charles Cecil explained to us at Gamescom that this is because the director's cut was adapted from the Game Boy Advance version, which condensed animation due to size limitations. Since the original version retains all the content the director's cut lost, that's the version Revolution Software has gone back to. However, the canon isn't as straightforward as it seems. Read out loud from a the Gamer article.
oh yeah. Actually, I didn't knew about missing content from the remaster. That's news for me. I mean, I don't remember now.
I will link the article in chat now.
Oh, hi.
Ah, sorry.
Hello, my handsome friend.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Since it's a pretty long article on why certain decisions in this game were made.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
The AI just put the pen above the paper. She was writing on her
Eh
table.
bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop his story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no! I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That covers just about everyone. How did Plantar get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantar said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks. Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
It's called...
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death. I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Did I show you this tissue?
Yes, George. I asked you to get rid of it.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
You didn't have this screen in the original.
You only had one flash of a screen. So they are holding.
Tell me more about
on...
yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used, paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
That music
I'm
was a
going
bit
back out to search for that clown.
loud.
Where?
I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
They are completely changed, the clothes.
Mm-hmm. You're making me do this.
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake. It was a novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic.
It was literal shit.
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move. Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line, monsieur. On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by.
He is a clown.
Description, perhaps?
How come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one. Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui? He was here this morning.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
About
That's
this
a bird.
tissue.
I have already given you my professional opinion.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay. What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
That's a shocking discovery.
The dummy wore a traditional Puro costume. At least, I guess it was a dummy.
I don't remember. I think we need to go to the police now.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm wrong.
Hi, it's me again.
Again?
Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course. It is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobart. George Stobart. I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Do you want to be arrested for assaulting a policeman?
Huh?
I noticed the shake and shock buzzer concealed in your hand.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur, I do not. I have no memory for faces.
Thanks for your help, officer.
By the way, have I ever told you I have visited Paris twice already in my life?
I think so. During our streams.
Yeah. Paris is indeed a beautiful city.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
Would you like to shake hands with me?
No, I wouldn't. One of the real pleasures of being rich is not having to be polite.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Wow.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
You have some politicians. Sorry, that was a cheap shot and joke to make.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
Shake my hand. Go on, shake it.
You're joking, aren't you? Nothing personal, but you've been mucking about down this sewer.
Wouldn't you like to shake my hand?
Frankly, no.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Hello? Couloir.
It's George.
What's new?
Nothing. I'm not sure what I should be doing.
Why don't you start by tracking down the killer's movements?
Huh?
You've got the photograph I gave you, haven't you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, somebody must have seen him.
I think we need to show it to Moo.
Sergeant Moo,
Yes,
do you recognize the man in this photograph?
no, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off...
Then there is nothing.
Nothing? See you later.
He's not here.
Always,
Oh, hi.
always fun when you forget what to do.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Do you recognize
It's a
the
good way
man in
to
this
test the
photograph?
hinting system.
What a hunk.
It
killer.
already
I can see that.
is telling us that we need to leave this scene.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Okay. Okay, I still need to do something here.
Excuse me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose two costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
And that's the info
Are you
we
sure
need,
this
I
is the
think.
same?
Certainement, Monsieur.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Actually, now that we have a name,
Look,
let's
this
call the
is
sailor again.
no, it was the grayed out in the original also.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
Let's go to the cafe and let's call the tailor. The clothes making guy. No, the clothes making. Find the phone. Find the phone. Find the phone.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Da-da-da-dum. Oh, flip and flap.
The guy looked just like a weasel. Excuse me.
Yes?
In my opinion, the director's cut version looked better with this scene. Honest opinion. It was a bit more zoomed out.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No. I never saw it.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Hard labor.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Forget it.
Again, the stretched out to the widescreen isn't doing the original any favors.
Yeah, I mean, if you play the original on a 4x3 and a CRT, it's not looking that bad. Let's be honest.
True.
But the updated
the
graphics are nice.
I'm not bashing the updated graphics at all, but I noticed some oddities, like when you first entered Nico's apartment, you see the paper was placed lower on the table, but the animation of Nico writing wasn't adjusted, for which she was now writing on the table instead of the paper. Like, very, very minute details here and there.
I agree. I mean, the game flows better in the original. I mean, the animations seems to be better.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they changed even the pattern. You see here?
They or the AI. Let's leave that in the middle.
Man, let's not talk so much about the AI, because they use the AI, but also made some adjustment, a lot of adjustment. My hand.
I'm heavily poking fun at it. I know.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Yeah,
Does
very
this
dirty
goo
show.
smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
I think if I say one kind of Eastern European country, I think I might be kicked off the stream. See, Clement is already opening OBS. I'm not gonna make the joke of. So yeah. Yeah.
Romania is not unpronounceable, I think, even for you. Maybe, I don't know. Czechoslovakia.
No, I was going to make a joke, but it was going to annoy you. And
Do you
it would
recognize this man?
be
He calls
misplaced.
himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
I was like about to say you live in Budapest, but I think
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
You did that joke last time.
I know.
Yeah, man, I think it will be okay to stop here.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a first look. Let's see. Let's say about at this. I see that you didn't see through the windows in the original, you see? Yeah.
Yeah, but the big issue is I'm mostly used to the director's cut. So in the director's cut, some changes, like being able to see through the window, were already there. So if you didn't grow up with the original, but with the director's cut, some upgrades aren't very noticeable, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but in terms of the graphic quality, it's huge, the difference, even when we compare it with the remastered.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it was better to go with the remaster as a base, but yeah, they couldn't do that. They didn't want to do that because it was missing some things which I didn't, information which I don't remember now.
Me neither, indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a fun stream, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a great game, and I love how Revolution treats their games.
True, I
And
agree with that.
I can wait for the new Broken Sword, and also
And
I
I'm
hope
afraid
for a Broken Sword
Sword
2 remaster.
Yeah. I personally think we won't see Broken Sword 6 this year. I feel it will be an early 2025 one.
Probably. Yeah. Anyway, I'm satisfied with this version. I love the fact that it exists. It's definitely the best way to play Broken Sword now. And you could say that it's the best looking adventure point and click game now. With this type of games, graphics, I mean.
Yes. But I wouldn't say. I think both should exist in tandem here. that the director's cut has its place, and this reforged one has its place.
Especially because there are some differences in the content. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for checking us tonight and checking this wonderful game. Thank you, Neko. You are wonderful like usual. And
Thank you.
I can wait to stream again with you, but only next week. This week is our last stream tonight. But next week we'll...
Because his daughter has an anniversary. So
Yes.
congrats!
Thank you. Thank you. She's 3 now. And
That's
I mean,
amazing,
she
man.
will be this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we'll stream Tomb Raider for sure, and we'll see if we continue with maybe we'll continue with Broken Sword. We'll see if Neko still wants to go further. Otherwise, we still have Commandos on our
Yeah,
list.
we shall go further with Broken Sword.
Okay, so next week Broken Sword and Tomb Raider, really classic ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Tomb Raider,
And
we
the-
played the fun remake of Tomb Raider 2.
Yeah. The only thing I will say is after we finish this Reforged, which will be in
Two streams should be
two streams after this one, we will take pictures of spooky ghosts.
Finally, Project Zero
Yes.
or Fatal Frame series.
Yeah!
Okay, thank you everyone. See you next time. Have a great evening. Bye bye.
Merci. Au revoir. And now I disappear.